Mukhopadhyay, shoulder expert at C.K. Birla Hospital, Gurgaon. Today I'm going to try and bust some myths around frozen shoulder. Frozen shoulder, if we talk about it, it's one of the most common diagnoses made in shoulder patients, most often by the patient themselves. But it is important to understand that most of these patients don't really have frozen shoulder but some other ailment, and it is important to differentiate between which patient is having frozen shoulder and which is having some other, probably more sinister kind of a disease or an ailment. Frozen shoulder, to talk about it, is a disease condition in which the tissues around your shoulder joint, more so the capsule or the covering of your shoulder joint, becomes inflamed and over time becomes tight and stiff, which again over some couple of months gradually subside by itself and the shoulder becomes free, pain-free and mobile again. This is a normal, natural history of frozen shoulder, which has a phase of pain, a phase of stiffness and a phase of thawing. Even if you don't do anything about this condition, most of these patients would classically improve themselves by about 18 to 24 months. Some may require a form of injection or a minor surgical procedure to potentiate the healing process. Diabetics, rheumatoid arthritis patients and hypothyroids are slightly more prone to develop this condition than the general population. But what is more important than understanding the natural history of frozen shoulder is that not all pain in shoulder is frozen shoulder. Not all shoulder stiffness is frozen shoulder, which is the most common mistake made by a lot of people, where they misinterpret or misdiagnose any shoulder pain, any shoulder stiffness as frozen shoulder. Frozen pain in the shoulder or stiffness in the shoulder can be secondary to other conditions like rotator cuff injuries, rotator cuff tears, labral injuries, biceps injuries, which need to be diagnosed. This needs to be differentiated from the classical frozen shoulder, because conditions like a rotator cuff tear may present exactly as reduced range of movement in the shoulder, pain in the shoulder, night pain, but this condition will only progress if not intervened at the right time, whereas a classical frozen shoulder would show a pattern of progression and then regression over a period of 18 to 24 months, and in majority of the patients would recover by itself in about 18 months. Definitely it would require some amount of exercises, some amount of stretching, some strengthening to make your process through these 18 months more comfortable and allow better recovery as time passes. So to end today's video, one take-home message for everybody should be not to confuse or not to misdiagnose every shoulder pain and every shoulder stiffness as frozen shoulder. Get your shoulders evaluated, have it properly examined to rule out more sinister conditions like a rotator cuff tear and shoulder arthritis. Only then label yourself as frozen shoulder, so that a more sinister condition is not missed and allowed to progress, leading to further complications and morbidity. Thank you.